Pause your scroll and maybe find a quiet corner because Nicole Kidman just served a photo moment that hums with cool, effortless command from the very first frame. If you know her as the genre-bending star with an award shelf that looks like a skyline, get ready to see a version that steps past red carpet ritual and lands squarely in quiet power. Stay with me too. The end'll catch the subtle choices that make this drop feel bigger than a single picture for decades. Nicole's public image has run on precision and restraint, silhouettes that read like architecture, interviews that glide instead of strain, and a style vocabulary where tailoring carries the story. She's built a career on risk that looks refined, never loud, always exact. Off camera, she's the producer with a sense for scripts that stick, a devoted parent, and the kind of fashion minimalist who lets fit outrun spectacle. We all know the icon at the premiere. This post feels like the person behind it closer, warmer at the edges, wholly in control. The hero frame lands outdoors as late-day light turns honeyed. Nicole stands at a terrace rail with the city behind her softened into watercolor. She's in a pale champagne slip under a sharply cut smoke gray blazer, structure over silk, intention over excess. The line traces the waist and then loosens below the hip, a microflare at the hem catching the breeze like a quiet exhale. Hair falls in polished, touchable waves. Makeup leans luminous, clean skin, a soft, defined eye, and a muted rose lip that anchors the palette. The sun handles the rest glow at the cheekbone, a whisper of light along the collarbone considered without feeling arranged. The comments arrive like a standing ovation. Minimal look, maximum presence. This made me love my own lines. Elegance is a decision. Within minutes, the thread becomes a style clinic. Why neutrals photograph expensive? How a single clean neckline elongates the frame? Why posture reads louder than product? Sure, a few fans ask about upcoming projects, but the chorus belongs to the raves. The verdict between the lines is simple. Presence outclasses spectacle. Every single time. Why does one picture land with this much weight? Because it elbows an old rule that women, especially those who've led for decades, should shrink their silhouettes to keep the serious label. Nicole refuses the trade. She pairs discipline with drift, letting authority and allure collaborate instead of compete. The message threaded through the pixels is clear. When you're anchored, the frame follows your lead. Look closer at the styling and the quiet math starts to sing. Champagne. Silk. In natural light doesn't shout. It glows. It bounces warmth into the skin and turns edges into soft highlights. The smoke gray blazer reigns in the softness, so the look reads intentional, not delicate. The neckline draws a single, uninterrupted line that lengthens the torso. The hem's subtle movement keeps the image from feeling static. Jewelry stays whisper-thin slim hoops. A fine ring. Maybe a watch that disappears until the light finds it. Nails neutral. Nothing competes. Everything supports. Composition is doing stealth work too. The terrace rail guides the eye. The background blur gives breathing room. A breeze writes one line of motion into hair and fabric. The lens sits just low enough to lend lift without tipping into pedestal. Shoulders down, chin level, hands relaxed, no overposed half turns, no performing fingers. You read poise first, look second, caption last. That order is the secret. Thanks for staying to the end. If Nicole's new photo spoke to you, hit like. Drop your favorite detail in the comments. Blazer line, silk glow, that golden hour hush, and subscribe so you don't miss our next spotlight on real confidence and refined style. Your silhouette, your stories, celebrate both.